You're watching Scorching and Swearing with your host, Brandon Swear.
Hello, and welcome on in to another episode of Scorching and Swearing, and I'm your host, Brandon Swear, and man, it is late. I'm gonna have some fun. Got some more pods from Jacob Deathridge. I brought quite a few with me, but I think for this video, it's going to be the chocolate Primo and then the RB003. Now, I'm excited to try the RB003 as this will be my first experience with one. So really interested to see how this turns out. This is a cross originated by Ross Barber. So definitely looking forward to it. It's got a cross with a brain strain, and I definitely love brain strains, so if it has that taste at all, that would be phenomenal. Definitely has the nice bumpy, wavy, wrinkly texture, but I mean, this chocolate Primo's also pretty phenomenal. Nice little wicked tail there. But we're gonna start with the RB003 today, and then go off to the Primo. So this is solely, once again, because I have not had this one before, and I want to make sure that I have the full capabilities of understanding and knowing what's going on and what's actually coming from this pod. But man, excited. Once again, thank you, Jacob Deathridge of Deathridge Peppers. I'll have everything linked down below how you can get a hold of him. Highly recommend picking up a box and getting yourself some. I mean, he's picking fresh all the time, sending them out. So, and very fast shipping, very smooth, and nothing but the best on transportation. So, definitely enjoying that. Man, this thing is dense. This blade is, well, it's razor sharp. It is hitting some snags. Wow, right off the bat. I didn't even have to really get close to pick it up, but I was wondering how much it was emitting that aroma. I mean, straight fires. All this smells like. Very strong chinense. Man, almost making the eyes water. It's like a tear gas. Beautiful insides, very well lined. Honestly though, it is a very thin walled, but it's almost like broaching a medium wall just because of how the mass is all swarmed together. I mean, pretty thin, or kind of sliced it a little bit goofy on one side, as you can tell, but I mean, you can see the pockets of oil all throughout there as well. So, man, looking forward to this. But, all right, here we go. I'm Brandon Swear, and this is the RB003. Definitely a lot of mass to that pepper. Wow. Okay, let's talk about it. Right off the bat, I was with how dense that was. I was expecting it to just be this giant juicy burst. No, right off the bat, straight into it. You do get a nice touch of sweet that rolls in, very fruity, and then as the fruity starts to hand off to a bitter note, but not extreme bitterness. It's just a very light bitter note, and then from that bitter note, you can really start to feel the heat ramp up. But the beautiful part that I found was in that transition between the fruity to that bitter note. Excuse me as I'm getting all the rest of it out of my teeth. Man, the beautiful part was finding out that the flavoring, well, at least on this one, it did remind me more of the overall brain strain. So, man, phenomenal flavor on this thing. Extremely, piping hot right off the bat. I mean, it comes in quick. And as it's sitting right now, let's talk about where the heat's all lingering. A little bit around the gums. Most of it is the mid tongue range to the back of the throat. Not really the high part. It's really kind of attacking more the mid range on the throat right now. Kind of like the Adam's apple area. Nothing in the chest, nothing in the stomach, but all in all, phenomenal flavor, amazing pepper, and let's see, got a little bit of nose sniffles. I was trying to see if maybe that was a tear or some mucus, but as you can hear, it's now crackling more on my throat. Wipe off the blade so I can get a good clean view of what the next pepper is going to look like. But phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal pod. Waiting for it to really build. It's transitioned out of the mouth, sitting more in the back of the throat again. All in all, it's that upper part of the throat, or not the upper part of the throat, it's the middle part of the throat, where it's just kind of lingering there. Like feeling right around the vocals. So, man, it's pretty darn good. Got the sinuses going. See if I can. Eyes are kind of glassy, so definitely nice to have that rolling. But overall, that's a scorcher. That's up there. That's pretty darn hot. Easily. One of the hotter varieties that I've had, so kudos there. The tasty one though, for sure, and one I could see, but I already know this is going to be an absolute screamer. This is that caramel Primo, man. Oh, cut that one clean through, didn't I? All right, well, let's get this shown here. Get that side. Kind of bummed out that I cut it like that. I prefer to eat my peppers intact as much as possible for the whole chewing purpose. But, it is what it is. All in all, let me get a good aroma going on in this one. Man, right off the bat, way more fruity off the bat of this one. Really being able to pick it up, but same, very strong chinense pop right in the face. A little bit earthy on this one, just from the aroma itself. So interested to see how this goes. Caramel pods, can kind of sometimes take on that nice smoky note. See if that comes through, or if it's just going to be sweet all the way around. Man, I can just see it now. I set it down and there's just pools of capsaicin oils sitting on the walls of this. So, man, it is going to be a blast. Let's go ahead and pop this off if I can safely. Whatever. All right. Well, that one's completely gone, by the way. Jumping on over to the next one, I would say if I had to give that one a comparative heat pepper range, right? I mean, definitely up there with the Moruga range. The flavor though is far better than most Morugas that I've had. But I also am very biased in the sense that I do love a brain strain pepper, and it had that nice brain strain taste. So, not quite exactly perfect on the brain strain taste, but pretty darn close enough to notice it. And all right, well, now I'm just rambling. Let's go ahead and jump on into the caramel Primo. Man. Instantly hot. I mean, instantly hot. And honestly, right off the bat, the first thing I bit down, that earthy, smoky note does come through, but it was quickly greeted with a little bit of bitter and a little bit of floral. So, man, that pepper is so far substantially hotter than that RB, but both very great. Honestly, the RB so far had the slight advantage on the initial flavor right off the bat. This one was much thinner walled, thinner mass. Can definitely tell you right now, the way that this is coating and latching on to the mouth and the gums and the taste buds and everything, all that oil, there we go, all that oil that was on the inside of that pepper is just latched on and flogging. I mean, my lips are burning from where I failed to completely pull the stem right off, and I had to go back to get it. I mean, it's just pulsating burn on my lip right there. The eyes are way glassy. I had a tear already drop on this side. It is good. It is a good burn. All in all, started out quick, ramping up, rolling in the back of my throat, just this simmering, smoldering coal, and this is sitting up high on the throat, almost that back of the roof of the mouth, and then the second that it starts to dip back into the throat, that's a great one. I'm going to try to carefully wipe my nose with the other side that I did not use to wipe the blade of the knife, but man, absolute screamer. Kudos there, Jacob. Those are burners, man. And all these all these folks that are getting hit with some pods from the Wrecking Crew as they go to these pod eating competitions, man, that's some straight fire that's coming out of the Primos Wrecking Crew, just from a showing of what Jacob's growing right now. So definitely pick up some of those, that is for sure. Oh man, you can always break it down into slivers. You don't have to eat the whole thing. You don't have to go extreme, and if your tolerance isn't there, but definitely enjoying it. Man, my eyes are super watery right now. I only had that one tear drop, but the amount of water residual in my eyes and the glassiness to it, man, that is good. Let's talk about where the heat's at now. So really, the burn's at now. The overall burn is really just smoldering right here, gravitating down towards the lower, almost flirting around the chest area. Not quite. Still nothing in the stomach, but my eyes and my nose are just watery, running. That is good. I'm trying to get a tear to roll. There we go. All right. Now it doesn't feel like I got a overflowing pool in my eye. But man, that is freaking phenomenal. I think right now, if I were to stop, it would be I can feel a nice endorphin, dump getting ready to go. I have a slight tingle going on, and It's feeling glorious, but I told you I brought a few peppers up here. Wasn't certain if I would get to this one. This is the Apocalypse Chocolate crossed with a Superhot Primo, if I'm recalling that correctly. I believe that's what Jacob told me. If not, I'll have it corrected in the description. But yeah, Apocalypse Chocolate crossed with a Primo. This thing looks wicked. Absolutely wicked. Something's telling me probably shouldn't go for this, but you know, hey, here we go. So let's go ahead and cut this one open up. Oh man, oh man, that's oily. What will show up well is showing this pod. This thing looks menacing. Absolutely looks menacing. Oh, very, very strong aroma right off the bat. Very strong chinense. Once again, I'm already picking up nice floral notes, but it does have that still that underlying sweet smell. So I'm hoping that the sweet comes through on this one and not that floral and you know, earthy, smoky taste. While I do enjoy that, the way that everything's kind of settling, because now the burn's gone from both of those, the way that everything's kind of settling, the aftertaste of all those other two peppers, they're melding a phenomenal amount. But hopefully this isn't the party wrecker. But here we go. This is the Apocalypse. This is the Apocalypse Chocolate from Jacob Deathridge, and this is the Apocalypse Chocolate crossed with a Primo from Jacob Deathridge. I'm Brandon Swear, and this is Scorching and Swearing. Very, very nice tasting pepper. Man, all right. The wrinkles, the folds, all that made it very dense, nice mass to it. Great for chomping on, great for chewing on. In the same flip side, also with all those folds, those wrinkles, those as you're chewing it, and if you're chewing it well and pulverizing it, it really starts to get grinded up and caught up in the gums and teeth. But man, let's talk about the taste on that, because right off the bat, as I told y'all, I was worried that it was going to be earthy and floral and nasty and all these things that I don't want to clash with what I had just experienced. And man, this was phenomenal. All right, right off the bat, went sweet, very short-lived sweet, into a smoky, earthy note. And that smoky, earthy was just more of a smoky and nutty, nutty on the earthy side. All in all, then it goes right back into a nice sweet transition. And then as all those are happening, from that nutty, smoky to the back to the sweet, that heat just ramps, and it ramps quick. It is latching onto the tongue, to the bottom of the tongue, to the sides of my mouth, and the inside of my mouth lining, as well as the back of the throat. That is a screaming hot pepper, Jacob. Wow. So right off the bat, I'm feeling it now in the chest. Don't know if it's quite just from that last pod or the combination of the three. Either way, phenomenal job. That is a tasty cross, extremely hot, and it is still burning and still building. Oh, let's see where this goes. So I know we just tried the caramel Primo, tasted heat wise very remarkable, recallable. Oh, there we go. It's very recallable to a traditional Primo, but definitely not quite as hot as, say, the red. Wow. Whew, there we go, coughing. It's getting that sinuses. Like, I just have some serious drainage going down the back of my throat right now. Well, that is a screaming pod. Once again, eyes watering, good. Getting a little bit of a tear going here. That is another screaming hot, tasty pepper. I mean, none of these would let you down. If I were to line all these up right now and put a blindfold on and have you try these, there is no way that you would be able to say that one over there, this one over here. You would just you would immediately think, yep, that was the same heat across the board. I say that, but the fact that this one's still building, I don't know. Maybe this Jacob Deathridge Apocalypse Chocolate crossed with a Primo has some legs that haven't seen before, because it is still going. It's building more in the chest. The back of the throat's still going. The mouth is starting to subside. But the interesting part is, while the rest of the mouth everywhere else subsides, the top portion of my tongue straight across is just pulsing. Let's see if I can do this. Hopefully this corner doesn't have, if it does, my nose will just burn. But man, Jacob, that is great stuff. Definitely got some nice happy tears off of that. And once again, if you are, if you're watching this and you're like, what are you doing? And you're just starting out your journey, no one said that you had to, jump in like this. Try slivers, incorporate it with food, make sauces, make powders. Really being able to take it in a smaller portion will give you an idea for the taste. It'll give you an idea of kind of what to expect if you've never experienced this type of heat and burn before, and really get you building yourself up to being able to enjoy the more complexities that are going on. Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of people, piece of pepper up there, there's a lot of people that would take a bite out of this, or even a sliver, and they'd say, hey, you know what, I don't taste any of that right now. And it's fine. That's definitely going to happen, because what that is telling you, or what that should tell you, is as your tolerance builds, you're able to taste more, and you're able to taste this stuff longer, and really experience the full offering of the pepper, if you will. But man, that is good. It is completely subsided in the mouth, in the throat. I got a nice drainage still going. It's sitting mostly in the chest, maybe a touch starting to go to the stomach, but man, it is definitely dying back, because even as we're talking, I can feel it as if this was it right here. It's just slowly whittling itself down. But phenomenal stuff, Jacob. So pick up from Deathridge Peppers your box, hit him up. He's got fresh pods that are coming out all the time, and make sure to grab yourself some. This has been an absolute honor, and still have a few more pods from Jacob to go over and review, but that will be for tomorrow. So hey, I appreciate it. I'm Brandon Swear, and from everything from the world of hot, this has been Scorching and Swearing.
This has been Scorching and Swearing with your host, Brandon Swear.